Partnerships with families are really important for children's mental health and well-being, and this aligns with Quality Area 6 of the National Quality Standard. Families are children's first and foremost teachers, and some families can have strong beliefs and values regarding the education and care of their children, and they have one of the most important roles to play in physical and emotional development of children and young people. We know that meaningful partnerships between educational settings and families is essential for supporting the mental health and well-being of children and young people.
BU is not intended to be a single person's race. No. It's everybody's responsibility. Collaboration can look very different depending on the needs of the child, the context of the community, the location of the community, but it all comes back to one single outcome: a thriving child.
With BU, we are becoming more we are becoming more confident in our approach to families and helping to support them.
So through BU's family partnership domains, whole of learning services and individuals can reflect upon, for example, their communications with families and the way that they connect with families, both now and also in the future.
A lot of the families at our service are aware that we are a BU service, and a lot of them know what BU is and what it's about and its role in supporting children and families. So we do get a lot of families coming to our educators and to our management staff when they do have challenges in their life and come to us for strategies that they can use with their own children to support them in dealing with challenges.
Families have been involved in our BU initiative, firstly through emails that we were sending during the peak of COVID. So we created a resource centre for families, and we invited families to also feedback any resources that they've found useful. And we did have quite a few families come to us, and they, opened up the BU's website, and it wasn't just for the preschool age children that they found it of benefit, it was the whole family, which was really nice to hear.
I think BU is really great at identifying that family partnerships are a protective factor for mental health, and they're probably not something to be left to chance, that you do need to spend time thinking about, planning for, and reflecting upon how effective the things that we do are at building positive relationships with families, and also trying to identify whether there are any families that don't feel connected and what we can do.
I'd say because BU's framework is so simple to understand, supporting the emotional resilience and development of children and sort of acknowledging the presence of, various forms of mental health, I feel it's helped us be able to connect with families more, especially our families that may have children with additional needs. I would say that, BU has, that community centered aspect to it. So it works in tandem with, our early years framework and the National Quality Standard and the My Time, Our Place. And, a big part of all of those is engagement with community. So I feel we've been able to engage with the community more with BU.